Real, man, let's just straight to business. So I noticed something, and I've been telling people that basketball has the worst culture. It just does. Like it is what it is. Like I love basketball, but basketball culture sucks. Out of all the sports, it's the worst one. And because of that, they don't know how to protect their stars. They don't know how to praise greatness. You know what I'm saying? Even the pushback that Brian got from the whole ring conversation goes to show that people are going to continue to do what he was talking about if you tried to make it about somebody who you literally only mentioned two names to try to discredit anyway. You know what I mean? So it's like basketball culture is just like a crab in a barrel culture. It's weird. So, but I noticed something when it comes in Kobe passing is like the biggest loss ever because like what could even compare to it? Like most people that pass, they be older. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not like, death is death, but like Bill Russell, like 90 something. You know what I'm saying? It's different. You know what I'm saying? So like people don't know how to mourn and they shouldn't know how to have to. They shouldn't have to mourn, but they don't know how to. You know what I mean? So it's all kind of ways that people show their admiration for being. We'll get to the people that threw rocks and now hide in their hands. We'll get to that in a second, but it's all kind of different ways that people are, you know, protective of his legacy too. But it's things that's happening that contradict each other or go against each other. It's two things. Well, really three, but there's two of them are like kind of together. So it's a couple things that's happening um that go against each other. So you got the guys, and we're gonna talk about Matt Barnes' video in a second. So you got the guys who are just like protective, and I'm not mad at either. I'm not mad at either one of these people, even though, wait a minute, I do got a little bit of smoke for the second ones, but here we go. So the first, and it's all Kobe fans, you know what I'm saying? So the first people are just like protective of his legacy, which not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? The guys that's like, yo, why are you trying to people trying to discredit Bean legacy? Why are they trying to tarnish Bean? Dumb people, right? Cool, got it. But here's what you got to understand. There's another side of y'all fan base. Y'all need to have a group meeting about what y'all doing because there's another element of y'all, the ones that argue. And I'm not mad at them. I'm mad that basketball culture has just literally forced a Bron debate. And as a Kobe fan, I'm mad that I literally don't hear his name mentioned anymore unless Bron name mentioned. And it's you guys' fault. Like you Kobe fans have done it. And y'all like just Brent, man. And you think you tearing down Bron, but really what you're doing is you setting Bean up for the disrespect. And it's not even really disrespect, but it ain't praise. Because here's what you got to understand. When you arguing, you're going to get the negative. They're going to tell you why you're wrong. You're going to tell you what you did. They're going to tell you what your stats. They're going to tell you the other person's stats versus them. They're going to argue with you. So you guys are saying, oh, why are people trying to tear down Bean? They're not. If you talking to the dudes that's arguing, and y'all have Kobe fans. If you're a Kobe fan, like I can't take you serious if you don't understand your main enemies is Jordan dudes. They're the ones that called him the fake Mike. They're the ones that belittled him his whole entire career. There's the ones that bring up the case. People keep talking about this Shaq thing like y'all don't know where the narrative came from. It came from the Jordan media, the strongest thing that exists. It was a Kobe comparison, just like it was a Brown one, a chosen one, all that stuff. But when it was Kobe, the thing that they had to be like, oh, hell no, he can never be like Mike, is Shaq. So they stuck that. Jordan fans did that. I'm tired of y'all acting like them dudes didn't give y'all all the smoke in the world. Stop that. Please don't do that. And now y'all try to turn around and start an argument with Brown fans, but then when they argue, you try to call them Kobe haters. No, you're arguing. They're gonna argue. You know what I'm saying? So for the people that's trying to just be protective, you need to talk to the people that's arguing. Because if you arguing, You're going to get set up. And like I said before, all of this came from Jordan fans. They created all of the hate in basketball culture. If you are a great player, all of the negative narratives came from them dudes. If you're Bill Russell and your 11 rings got diminished, oh, there's only 8 teams. Michael fans did that. If you're Will, your 30-point average got diminished. First of all, they found 0.4 to put on Mike's to make him number one. Then number two, oh, it's only because slow, short white boys. Like Mike was playing against another 6'6" shooting guy that was jumping out the gym with him. He had the same physical advantages on his opponents that Will did. And he dominated his competition more than Will dominated his. But y'all want to say Will only did what he did because his competition. That's crazy. But if you Kareem, what was Matt Barnes talking about? It's crazy what he said, but we'll get to that. So all of the stuff, if you Kareem, oh, it's Magic. If you're Magic, oh, it's Kareem. If you're Kobe, it was Shaq. If you're Bron, they just make up all type of narratives. You needed the super team. All this help and all this shit, right? So they're the ones that started all this with y'all. And then now y'all trying to come into the middle. It's really like a fight. It's actually like a fight. You know what I'm saying? Jordan fans and Bron fans have been fighting each other. And let's keep it real, Bean fans. Y'all kind of like a little jealous of the attention that y'all get. So therefore, y'all jump into the middle of the fight. But what you should have been doing is swinging on your real main op instead of trying to swing on what they made it cool to because Bron, we all know if you're a content creator, engagement, y'all just say Bron name and get clicks. I get it, cool. But what I'm saying is, if you're a Kobe fan, the people who really belittled you, this Bron argument came out of nowhere. They're with the smoke. Bron fans are with the smoke. They're not going to let you get the argument. They're not going to coddle you. They're not going to do that. Stop arguing with them if you don't want to get told something. That's all it is. But what you should have did, if you wanted to jump into the middle of a fight, start swinging on everybody at least. Y'all don't swing on the Michael dudes. They're the ones that belittled y'all. They're the ones that little brothered you. Okay? So go get your lick back from them. That's what you need to do. Go get your lick back from them. We, as Bron fan, I'm speaking as a Bron fan, we've already softened them up for you. They're the ones that belittled Kobe. It was the Jordan fans. That's who did it. I'm tired of y'all acting like y'all don't understand that. You will never, ever be able to protect Kobe's legacy until you run down on the main people who tarnished it. Bottom line, stop trying to manufacture a Bron argument. Now, if I was T-Mac, I wouldn't have took nothing back. Now, I know he did it, for Bean's sake, but for my sake, I wouldn't have took nothing back. Because, first of all, it don't got nothing to do with Bean. I think that some of the pushback that he was getting was disrespectful not only to his game, but disrespectful to Shaq. People tried to make it about Kobe. I never would have took nothing back if I was him. Say what I said. That just would have been me, though, but I don't know. I'm different. But I hate that narrative anyway. I'm an Emmett guy. I've been doo-doo on that narrative for years. I hate the idea of me having to take off my jersey for you to win when you lost just because I was a winner. I don't like that, but y'all did it. It was cool with Barry, but it ain't cool now. Y'all pick and choose. But anyway, so I'm listening to Matt Barnes, and he was trying to be protective of Kobe, but it was really like the stuff he was saying was cap for real, though. And I'm going to be honest with you, because maybe he was just talking to Dwayne Wade directly when he said you guys wasn't saying that when he was alive, because he was talking about Pau Gasol, or what D Wade said about Pau Gasol. I don't know where you been, Matt Barnes, but that's been a narrative since the day of the finals. I don't believe it. I never was in. I was against it. I thought Kobe was fine. But I'm saying it's a lot of people who believe that, and they've been saying it since then. So that's been a narrative since the beginning. So don't act like, oh, now because Kobe passed, people saying Pal should have won. Don't do that. Don't even do that. Do not even do that. Don't do that. No, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like that narrative came out of nowhere. Stop it. Please stop that. Then he turned right around and said he don't. I already broke it down. He don't understand why the Shaq thing is so prevalent. Nobody holds Wade against LeBron. What? Is Matt Barnes watch basketball? Is he a part of basketball culture? Nobody hold Wade against LeBron. You mean he needs all this help and build super team LeBron? Him? Nobody holds Wade against LeBron? So what I'm saying is, and this is for every Kobe fan, if you're going to be protective of him, keep it real while you're doing it. Don't do what Matt Barnes did, because he was trying to protect him, but he was capped the whole time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Like, that sounds crazy to even say. So I understand people being protective of Kobe legacy, but you also got to understand this. You're not going to get the positive out of basketball culture. You're not going to get it. You're going to get a mix of both. And as long as people trying to argue, you're going to get the negative. I seen a post the other day. I got to see the real Kobe haters in their natural element, because it was like, is Kobe a better version of Jordan? In the comment section is before y'all forced a Bron argument, what I've seen for Kobe's whole career, literally his whole life. It was what I seen. Matt Barnes said, oh, it's guys that got Kobe outside of the top 10. Put a name on the people. Say who got it, who they have number one. They always have Michael number one. The biggest Kobe haters on planet Earth are Jordan fans. That is not debatable. That is not up for any type of discussion. People try to start an argument with Bron fans. Then when they swing on you, now you calling them a hater. No. Don't argue with the dudes then. Why? So what people need to do is either, I listened to Mashard McCants. He said his solution is crazy to me, but that's neither here nor there. He said he puts Kobe and Michael off to the side, right? He said the argument should start with LeBron. Well, I think that's ridiculous. But I understand putting them off to the side and not arguing for him, but everybody else don't. But here's the thing about it. Michael can't get put off to the side. He got to bring him back. He got to argue. He has to fight. He can't get away. So, but Bean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But his fan base is the ones that are setting him up. Y'all that forced this Bron argument, I don't know why y'all did that. I really don't know why y'all did that. Y'all know the dudes is with the smoke. You get it. And then they always going to treat you a certain way because of Michael fans. Like, they seen it. Like you, Michael fans treat y'all a certain way. And they never allowed it. So for you to try to run up on them, they looking at you like, man, dog, stop playing with me. And then y'all get mad when they bring that energy to you, but that's just what they're always going to do. So in closing, basketball culture sucks, and that's why we're going through this with Kobe's legacy. Why would you expect the culture that hates on everybody and everything to protect somebody's legacy? Whose legacy have they protected? Michael's, that's it. And that was a paid organization. Nike did that. And then when it really boils down to it, his legacy ain't really been protected. It's just all the stuff that people don't want to admit to or keep it real about. But the Bron fans and some of the Kobe guys, I give y'all credit. In that regard. Y'all do give Michael fans the smoke in that regard, because y'all have to, though. So even his legacy ain't really been protected, but it has, though, to a degree. You know what I mean? So whose legacy been protected? I hate to say it like this, but I'm going to say it. It's not going to change because Bean passed. Basketball culture is not going to change because Bean passed. So for y'all that want him to get all the sympathy, he really not going to get it. It sucks that he deserves it, but he not going to get it. And you can blame the guys that are arguing. you set your person up to put them in the line of fire when you argue. So if you with the smoke with the argument, that's cool. But you don't get to be like I said, I'm not mad at the arguing dudes. I'm not mad at y'all at all. I'm just mad that y'all have forced a Bron argument. But other than that, I don't care. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to argue, argue. Don't start saying, oh, why are you trying to, nah. So them dudes is one end. But if you're going to argue, then be with the smoke. Because this is what you got to understand. And I'm saying it's literally a forced art. It just came out the blue. So what Kobe fans need to understand is that Michael and Bron fans are already in like phase 7 of the debate. So for y'all to keep saying, okay, I just want you to think about it like this. For a Bron fan or a Jordan fan to say you're a hater, that is so elementary. It's like, so? We know they're a hater. That's why they're saying what they're saying, but you got to debunk what they're saying. Hey, saying they're a hater don't even matter at this point. But y'all jumping into the middle of the argument with the elementary, you're a hater. So it don't even stick to people. Nobody cares about that. Hater is just a word in the argument. Prove the point of what's being said. Nobody even cares about the words. But we understand why the emotion is there. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Everybody gets it. But if you're going to argue, you have to understand what's going to happen. You're going to get argued against. And it's going to be all negative. It's not going to be any positive. It's going to be everything bad, all the missed shots, all the ball hugging, all the you did this, all the it was Shaq, and all everything. It's going to be all of that. If you're arguing, do what Rashard McCann said, even though he doesn't keep his real energy to do what he says, but just do what he says. If you really believe it, stop arguing with people. That's all you got to do, y'all. Stop arguing with people. And if you want to argue and you're going to argue, at least keep it real when you do. Like, don't do what Matt Barnes did and just start saying stuff that ain't even true. For real, for real. Like, just start saying stuff that's not even true. Don't do that. So, Kobe fans, it ain't no way you're going to ever really protect Kobe legacy till you run down on your real op. The one that started it all. Y'all got to run down on them, dude. Y'all try to take it out on Bron fans. It's not going to work. Not for real. Not for real. It may give you like some temporary feel good when y'all get in the post and hate on Bron, because it's a thing to do in basketball culture now, hating on Bron. So, right, y'all just blend it in with the popular thing to do. But what y'all needed to do is really settle your real beef. You don't have to listen to me, but I'm just telling you what's going on in basketball culture. It's two things contradicting themselves. You got the people who are overprotective, which I'm not mad at them at all. You got the people who are overprotective with Kobe legacy, right? And you got the people who are arguing. You're going to have to be overprotective if somebody arguing. Because the people that's arguing, setting your person up to get disrespected, then you over here going to hear it like, oh, why are they saying that? But it's because y'all the same fan base, but half of y'all is bringing the toxicity to Kobe's name by arguing. You're bringing the toxicity to his name by saying all the stuff you say about Bron. You think you're hating on Bron, but you're bringing toxicity to his name. You're starting an argument. You know what's going to happen when they come. They're going to be like, yo, you know how many times they played? You know how many times one of the people won? You know how many points he averaged? Yo, how about when you such and such? And this is that. And that is this. And I got more this than you. And I got more of that than you. There, you know they coming with the smoke. You know they're coming with the smoke. Why even? Why? Do what Rashard McCann did. And honestly, and I'm just keeping it real. People get mad, whatever. The real reason why he wanted to put them two on the shelf is because he doesn't want to have to defend them against LeBron, because he actually just can't. But that's neither here nor there. So put them on the shelf and don't argue. That would stop them from getting disrespected, especially Bean. So, but if you're going to argue, you're going to deal with the consequences. And Jordan fans still be belittling y'all, and y'all just act like y'all don't see it. They just punk y'all straight up. But Brown fans never took the abuse. I'm telling y'all. I already gave the best analogy. It's just like Smokey and Craig. Y'all are Smokey with D-Buff. Y'all took the abuse to be cool with him. That's what y'all did, man. So, basketball culture, we miss Bean. What the fuck? Like, and then here's the sad part about it, for real, for real. Not even that we lost him and his daughter. It's the fact that he was just becoming accessible to us. Like, when Bean played, he was isolated a lot. You know what I'm saying? But he, just now doing interview, we just now find out Bean was funny a little bit. You know what I mean? Then, detail, different little things where we just seeing Bean for real a lot. And then we lost him. But I'm going to reiterate what I just said earlier. The people that Matt Barnes was talking about who don't got Kobe in a top 10 have Mike number 1. Bottom line, there is not one person in basketball culture at all, and I mean 0 people who don't have Kobe in their top 10 that got somebody other than Mike number 1. No Bron fans are that weird. Well, maybe it's some, I don't know, but I've never seen them. A Bron fan that got Bron number 1, but Kobe 50th or some bullcrap. And matter of fact, I know one, but he literally is converted over after the Warriors championship. So in deep down, he developed his Kobe hate as a Jordan fan. So technically, it can't even count as a Bron guy because it's been embedded since then. He just converted over to Bron in 2016. So, and he been a Kobe hater. I knew him before that. So he was a Kobe hater his whole time. You know what I'm saying? So we can't even count that. So still, I don't know no Bron guys. No Bron guys that got Bron number 1 and Kobe not in the top 10. That's bullcrap. That's some Skip Bayless shit. See, we talk about he got Bron 7th or 8th. No, he got Kobe like 12th or 13th or something. But who he got number 1? Right. So y'all got to run up on them dudes. The dudes who arguing, stop trying to argue with Bron fans and go argue with Jordan fans. Bron fans will help you. They were the smoke. They don't really like Jordan fans. They'll give y'all a pass. Jordan fans, no, hell no. No, buddy. You don't care if you don't want to fight. Good. We slapping you and taking your lunch money. Like Jordan fans, and it's because what Jordan fans have created is it's karma for everything they've done to every great player. They literally have created a narrative about every great player. It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. And people act like they don't see it. I see it. I see the toxic fan base that has ruined basketball culture all in the name of one guy. I see it. Y'all act like y'all don't. But all in the name of one guy, basketball culture has been destroyed. To praise one guy, everybody else has been belittled. And it don't even matter. If you name me, literally anybody in basketball culture, and that's player, former player, or media, if you tell me their name, maybe not current player, because there's a lot of them that I wouldn't know, but if you tell me the name of the person, I could tell you who they think the GOAT is. And here's my point of that. Why does it matter then still? If we already know what you think, why do you gotta wake up every day and reiterate it? To tear down somebody else and to ruin basketball culture. And it all started with Michael and his fan base. They did it to every single player just to boost up Mike, but he was already boosted. You didn't even have to hate on everybody, but they did it anyway. And the only people that stood up to them dudes is Bron fans. Y'all know that. And the thanks they get is a forced argument. And then what you got to understand that a lot of Bron fans and Kobe fans overlap each other. Like because of the age. Like me, I'm 42. When Kobe came to the league, I was 14. You know what I'm saying? I seen his whole career. What you mean? I used to like Brandy. Like, who is this nigga taking my girl to prom? You see what I'm saying? And I watched his whole career. Same with Brian. I was just a little older. But that's how I know who the real Kobe haters is. Because that's somebody who defended Bean his whole career. I know who I was defending him against. And it literally was never, ever no arguing with no Brian guys. That wasn't it. It was you, Michael dudes. And y'all know that. And everybody knows that. So why are y'all letting these dudes hide their hands? Why? It doesn't even make any sense. So that's my take on it. It's not going to stop until y'all run down on your real op. Bottom line. You gotta get the source. My bad. I think there was something crawling in my what's the name? So yeah, you gotta get the source. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't force this Brian argument and think you're getting off. No, go get the Michael dudes. Go get them. And it's not gonna stop either way because there was a lot of people who didn't like Kobe. So they be being silent, but they also always interject when they can. It's a lot of people who didn't like him. We know that. So mainly the Michael dudes, but that's neither here nor there. Since y'all want to ignore that, I'm gonna keep bringing it up. So there's a lot of people who didn't like him. So it's some people who just stay silent because they don't want to be disrespectful, and some people they can't help but ooze their disdain, and that's lame to me as somebody who liked him and loved him and respected him. But I just hate that he's part of basketball culture, like I said, because they don't know how to protect their stars. They don't know how to do it. Like basketball culture is the worst place to be if you want to be praised. They don't protect their stars. They don't protect anything. It's a prison. It's a crab in a barrel culture. It's a constant one man argument. Who is the GOAT? We rarely spend time. You hear it here and there. Is what is the greatest teams ever? You hear it, but every day you hear this one man solo argument of who's the GOAT. Literally every day in basketball culture. And then people talk about all these Bron haters, but y'all don't call out the media for how much they talk about LeBron. Sometimes y'all do. They talk about Bron this year more than they talked about OKC, Boston, and Cleveland put together. So, yeah, basketball culture, you're not going to get your legacy protected. It's just not happening. Sorry. It's unfortunate too. But if you wanted your legacy protected, should have been a baseball player or something like that. But yeah, basketball, it's a wrap. Basketball culture sucks. It's unfortunate. And like I said, I'm going to keep saying this because it's the truth. It's too many people who done threw rocks and now hiding their hands. You know what I'm saying? And then And this is what I'm saying. This is what you gotta get. This is what you gotta understand. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about the forced Kobe and Bron debate that people have in basketball culture now. Let me tell you the main thing I don't respect about the argument. Jordan fans, I can't respect y'all input at all because first of all, y'all undermined and belittled and was the main catalyst in the tearing down of both of these dudes. So we never know what your motivation is when you saying who you think better for real, because you a hater. And then some of y'all really got a thing against Bron. I'm talking to you, Jordan fans. Y'all really got a thing against Bron. So now y'all think that y'all just, and it's because he passed in a way. Y'all try to just let it go and not say all the stuff, but continue to say the stuff that you're saying about Bron. Even though you tarnished Kobe legacy. You Jordan fan, you did it. It was you who did it. You tarnished it. You tore him down. It wasn't nobody else who did it. It was you, Jordan fan. You hear me talking to you? Yeah, you. So that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, we miss Bean. Like people don't know how to grieve. You know what I mean? That's all it is. People just don't know how to grieve. But, we'll get it together. We all we got in basketball culture. But y'all got to act like, listen. Either way, it is what it is. Y'all got to stop saying, oh, people just tarnishing Kobe. Like, you're not going to be. It's already, the damage has been done enough to where whatever disrespect of him that won't go away. You know what I'm saying? Certain little things. Y'all know what it is if you're a fan. And then, so the damage has already been done. And then outside of that, he gets admired more than the disrespect. Even though the disrespect, people hiding their hands with some of them. But let them. No, don't let them. Run up on them. What do I mean? I'm contradicting my own self. No, don't let them. Run up on them dudes. Don't let them hide their hands after they threw rocks Kobe whole career. And like I said, Bron fans will help you. So this has been real, man. It ain't gonna change. Nothing gonna stop. People gonna continue to do the same cycle, but it would help if if Kobe fans had a meeting about the people who are arguing and the people who are protective. Y'all just need to have a meeting. For real. Play some clips from this video and just come up with a new strategy. I mean, y'all can still argue. Anybody mad about it, but y'all ain't mad about it. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to argue. If you're not, you're not. Real R.I.P. Bean. R.I.P. his daughter and the other passengers.